So for number 4, we're distributing negative 4z, and you can write it out if you need to. So both z's have understood ones in the exponents, and you're doing negative times a positive, which is a negative, 4 times 3, which is 12. Your z's are your base, so they stay the same. And you've got 1 plus 1 in the exponent because we're multiplying, so we have 2. Then we have negative 4z times 5. Negative times a positive is a negative. 4 times 5, which is 20. And you have that 1z, so that z comes down. Then you go on to the second part. You're distributing the 9 out. So you have 9 times z, which is positive 9z. You have 9 times 2, which is 18. So you're coming in here, combining any like terms. Our like terms are negative 20z and 9z. So we have negative 12z squared. Negative 20 plus 9 is negative 11z. And then you have your 18 left over. And that is your answer for number 4. For number 5, again, distributing, again. So z squared times 1 is just itself. Plus, now I'm going to write it off to the side for this one, z squared times 12z raised to the first. So we have an understood 1 also in front of this z. So we're just multiplying the coefficient, so 1 times 12 gives us 12. Our z is our base, so our base stays the same. And we're adding our exponents, so we've got 2 plus 1, which is 3. So down here we've got 12z to the third. Then we go on to our second part, which is negative z times 7z to the cube. Negative z times negative 6. So again, I'm going to write off to the side negative z. I'm already going to put my understood ones there as I'm writing it. So negative 1z raised to the first times 7z raised to the third. Well, we're multiplying our coefficients, so negative 7z, and we're adding our exponents. So we have 4. And that is negative, so we have subtraction. So negative z to the fourth. And we have negative z times negative 6. Well, negative times a negative is a positive. And remember that 1 times 6 gives us 6. Z. So we're going to try to put it in standard form from here. Our biggest exponent is 4, so that is going to come first. So we have negative 7z to the fourth. And I'm going to mark it out as I go. My next biggest exponent is 12z to the third. That 3 is what I'm looking at for the next biggest one. So there's no like terms to combine it with. So I have plus 12z to the third. Cancels out as soon as I write it down in my answer. My next one has an exponent of 2. So I have positive z to the second. And my last one has an exponent of 1. So I have positive 6z. And there is my answer. Remember, if I'm going too fast for you to write stuff down or to think about, please pause the video. And then number 6. Number 6, you're only having to distribute one thing. But it's a little bit harder because you have that exponent of 3. So you've got to deal with that. So you're going to distribute distribute, distribute. So you have to distribute to 3 different terms in the parentheses. So I'm going to write each step out. So I've got negative 4b to the third times 5b to the second. Well, negative times a positive is a negative. 4 times 5 gives me 20. My b's are my base, so I'm going to keep my b's, or keep ab. And I'm going to add my exponents because my bases are multiplying. So 3 plus 2 is 5. My next multiplication or distribute is negative 4b cubed all the way to negative 2b. So negative times a negative is a positive, and 4 times 2 is 8. My b stays, and I've got an understood 1, so I have 3 plus 1, which is 4. And then last distribute, so 4b cubed times our positive 5. Negative times a positive is negative. 4 times 5 is 20. And there is no b on attached or multiplied by that 5. So you're just keeping that b to the third as is because there's nothing to combine it with. So this is just another way to look at it. You're looking down this line to see what has the biggest exponent. Well, this negative 20b to the fifth has the biggest exponent, so it goes first in our answer. And then it goes away. Our next biggest exponent is 4. So we would have positive 8 or plus 8 b to the fourth. And then our smallest exponent is 3. So we're going to have minus or negative 20b cubed. And that would cancel out, and we don't have anything else to combine. So there's our answer.